Hello and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. I was just there, I just started it up initially to fix my green screen again. Yeah, even after you have a good background, the lighting can still mess it up sometimes. And yeah, I just figured why not do a quick recording out of this. No, this sounds wrong. Do a quick session in Katawa Shoujo itself, so that there's not so much time in between. And I have a new haircut. What do you think about that? I think it looks pretty neat. Okay, let's go on with this. Hopefully I'm not too close to the microphone so that it causes distortion or anything. And putting down this, and here we go. Need to go? Unfortunately, class representative work calls once again. I can come with you. It's alright. Hanako, I'll just be going straight to the student council. There's no need to spoil a fine evening on my account. Besides, if you were to accompany me on my way back to the school, it would keep our poor Hiso company. Okay. I can join you for tea again later tonight if you'd like. I may well need it. We agree on that plan, and Lily says her farewells to the both of us, taking her cane after Hanako passes it to her. Despite my offer to pay for Lily's share, she insists on giving us her portion of the bill and gives her regards to Yuko as she takes her leave. So this turned into a date now. And then we are alone. It may be all well and good to leave Hanako and me alone to have some time together, but all it typically means is the two of us sitting near each other in silence for a while. I wonder what I must look like to Hanako. I never thought of myself as a scary person, but to have someone my own age acting this way around me makes me intensely self-aware, as if it's my fault that she is so troubled. She might get more used to people if she were to stop being so cloistered in Yamaku. But then again, when even people much older than her react so strongly after a single glance at her face, she may well feel the same way I do now. It's a weird catch-22. A catch-22? If she stays in Yamaku, she won't get used to socializing. But if she leaves, any efforts she might try would get thrown back at her by the people who can't deal with her scowling. It's a grim view on that. Want to order something else to keep us going? We haven't had much of a dinner after all. Hanako brightens and nods vigorously, glad that I brought up the topic for her. I catch Yuko's gaze and she dutifully comes over to take our orders. Would you like something else? I just have a sandwich special and a hot chocolate. A bit late for coffee by now. Hanako? I'll have the same. With a nod and a bow, Yuko turns on the ball of her foot and returns behind the counter, where she busies herself fishing out bread and condiments and working the machine to make our drinks. Not a word is said between us until Yuko comes back. This is so awkward. She smiles and gives us our food and drinks before moving to a customer who's called for her attention. I give up on the prospect of having much of a conversation with my companion and decide to just enjoy the meal, small as it may be. It tastes nice, as does most of the food here. After having a few mouthfuls, I notice something's missing, namely the sound of Hanako eating. Looking back to her, I see Hanako fidgeting a little behind her untouched sandwich. Not hungry? She shakes her head from side to side. Even as she does, The patch of hair she keeps over the white side of her face still does its job in hiding it almost entirely. It's not that. Oh, I was all ready to have your share too. Oh, no, don't mock her. You looked troubled. Is something wrong? I'm startled by thinking that I'm the one who looks troubled. But on second thought, she's probably right. My face may have given away my emotions without me noticing, and she's hardly a dim person. Quite the opposite. My cam good? Hopefully. We are friends, right? Friends. From the tone of her voice and shrinking posture, it looks as though I've hit yet another landmine. This is another reason why interacting with her is difficult. The self-imposed psychological barriers she puts up between herself and others, including me, and most likely even Lily. It's a shame that... I think that we are... I'm a little taken off guard by Hanako's straightforward answer. All the more so since I was about to give up on getting any reply at all. Oh! Okay, I totally mispronounced that. I was thinking that some more would come out of this. She just said that they are friends. She was thinking about friends. I think we are. So we are friends. I see. Am I wrong? Sorry, No, it's just hearing confirmation of that from you is reassuring. To pick up on what you said earlier, since coming to Yamako, I've been a bit uneasy about how I should relate with others. I find myself chuckling a little. It's surprising how much of a relief that was. I can feel my face smiling as I pick up my cup of hot chocolate and bring it to my lips, burning all of my insides. Ouch, that's hot! That's why I haven't eaten yet. I was waiting for my drink to cool down first. I guess I'll wait then. The both of us share a little chuckle. The situation isn't really that funny, but for some reason, it feels like laughing is the most natural thing to do right now. I guess we were both a bit wound up about each other. I was so busy thinking Hanako was the one with something wrong, it took her to remind me that I was uneasy as well. But be that as it may, it still feels a little nice. A little nice to have someone thinking about me like that, in her own way. Following a long, quiet trudge up the hill and into the school grounds, the two of us find ourselves between the two dormitories. Regular night patrols pass between the male and female dormitory buildings, both for security and to quickly raise the alarm for any medical issues that may arise. The guard currently on duty notices us and gives a quick nod as he continues on his way. A loud yawn escapes from Hanako's mouth before she has a chance to cover it. I have little doubt she's fairly tired by now. I'd better be off to my room then. See you tomorrow, Hanako. Good night. We separated and begin to walk our separate ways before I stop and look back. Hanako stands there, waving to me as she smiles. I smile and wave back to her, and after a few seconds, she turns and walks up the stairs to her dormitory building, disappearing through the door. These little moments we share between us feel like a small treasure. One thing is sure, I want to protect that small, delicate smile she so fleetingly wears around so few people. I wonder about these feelings I have when Hanako's around, and when I'm able to do things for her, whether they may be the seed for something beyond what we share now. Oh, I skipped it, sorry. This summertime sun is something to be savored, but when combined with the clean country air, it's all the better. The track and field club members are horsing around on the field ahead. Some are playing with a soccer ball, others are talking, and a few laugh as two of them mock fight with each other. None of them pay me any heed, as I sit alone on the grass underneath the shade of a particularly large tree. It's a nice and peaceful moment after a dreary day of schoolwork. I played soccer pretty often. What is that in the background? I played soccer pretty often before my heart attack, so I thought it would be really nostalgic to watch them. What I'm feeling now, though, is quite distinct from that emotion. Hi! I never saw you. Well, I saw you in the classroom before, but I hear footsteps approaching from behind me, and I turn to my side to see one of my classmates taking a seat beside me. I'm taken off guard, as the two of us haven't talked much before, and I didn't think anyone would notice me here. Sup? Hi, Miura. Wasn't it? Just call me Miki. Surnames are too stuffy. Likewise, then. We both look back out to the field where the guys are playing. It looks like they are getting ready to have a second game, with people spreading out to their positions and the ball being carried to the center of the field. Sure enough, the whistle is blown to begin the match, and they get right back into it. Not going to play? Nah, just gonna rest for a bit. What about you? You kinda look like you wanted to play when you were watching us before. So someone did notice me after all. It's kind of a long story. Her face says that I've piqued her interest. I'm in Yamako because I've got a heart condition. I can't really play soccer anymore. Wanted to be a soccer player, did you? No, I only really did it for fun. My friends played it, so I played it as well. Any of those guys playing around could have been me before my accident, but I don't feel like I have any real wish to go back to that either. It's a little hard to explain. I'm still decently physically built from the days when I played, even if my strength largely left me by now, and I got on well with the other club members. When I think about it, I should feel pretty bad watching people play when I can't anymore. Yet I don't. Maybe it's a good thing, a sign that I've gotten over it and that I'm ready to become a new person. Sorry, I'm kinda rambling. It's cool. I'm actually glad to hear that. It sounds like you really have your stuff together. Some of the people that come to Yamako are pretty messed up at first. So you're a member of the track and field club then? Yep, been in it since I first arrived. Don't suppose you're friends with Amy? Short, fast runner, no legs? I don't think there are all that many female track and field members. Haha, Amy, everyone knows about her, don't they? But nah, I tend to get on better with guys, so me and Amy don't really talk much. Anyway, what about you? Well, I'm not really in any clubs. Real clubs, anyway. You've been hanging around with Hanako and that blonde Amazon, though, right? Blonde Amazon. I suppose Lily has the hate to fit that description. If nothing else, a nod in response, without making too fine a point of things. Then don't worry about it. As long as you've got some friends, you don't need to join a club, because friendship is everything you need to be happy. And love. Friendship and love are one of the most precious things you can have in life. And your family. Family, friendship, and love. If you have all those three things, you are a very, very happy person. Or you should be, at least. And friendship is magic and all that palaver. A loud whistling from the field attracts our attention. One of the players is on the ground, clutching his legs, and the others stop play to jog up to him, leaving Miki grimacing. Ouch, that looks painful. That guy really has bad luck. As she continues to look out onto the field, I can't help being reminded of her own injuries. Her left arm, ending in a stump rather than a hand, has been bandaged up for the entire time I've been in Yamako, and her injury doesn't seem that new. She turns to talk to me again and catches me looking. Both of us sit in awkward silence as she takes a bandaged arm and holds it in her lap with her other remaining hand, I think, should be there. Sorry, I guess I'm still a bit... It's fine, really. The tone is light, but neither of us says anything afterwards. Every disabled student here has their own way of dealing with their problems, and some finding their conditions troublesome is only natural. I'm included among them, after all. The injured guy from the soccer game manages to get onto his feet with some help, and ends up hobbling off the field with one arm over the shoulder of another for support. Probably just pulled a muscle if he can still manage to walk. The whistle blows again and the game continues once more, with one less man on the field. Hanging out with Hanako and that blonde girl, you keep some pretty strange company. How so? It's just that Hanako's kind of, I don't know. Shy? No, it's not really that. It's just, she's got some issues, I think. I can't really put it in a nice way. Not that I don't think she's a nice person, though. She's perfectly nice. Just hard to deal with. It sounds like Miki, or at least some other people in the class, have tried to get closer to Hanako in the past, and that it didn't go well. I think her judgment is rather harsh, given that everyone, not just those in Yamako, have their own issues. And again, I haven't known Hanako for that long, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was some stuff I didn't know about. I just take it as it comes. She's a nice person, and I think that should be all that matters. Miki's eyes narrow a little, and her smile spreads. You really like her, don't you? Miki certainly doesn't mince words. I think we all know how I will decide here. Deny it! No, admit it. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't deny it anymore because... Maybe this was a bad idea, but I admit it. Wow, this is where I thought I could... Well, I admitted it. To be completely honest, yeah, I do. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone. Hey, whoa, you can trust me. No problems there. Despite the fact that we never talked, and this is the first time I ever told you about me and all other things and my experience with Hanako, and that you just shared a precious, more or less secret that you shouldn't tell any stranger, but it's cool. To be honest, I think it's kind of cute. If you want to go for it, don't let me stop you. Wow, she's really straightforward. Thanks. She may say that, but she was just talking about Hanako having issues. Still, I want to hold myself to the words I said. Hanako's problems don't matter. I deal with anything that comes up, because I want to help her. If there's even the smallest possibility that I can pull Hanako out of her depression and seclusion, then I should work towards that, no matter what. If she needs a prince, then I will be that prince. And how is my channel called? I am Prince Vince. Oh god! This got so cheesy so quickly. As I think about the possibility of a relationship. I can see Miki grinning at me while watching my face. I'm no doubt blushing, and looking away from her only makes her laugh. Miki gives off a different vibe from the other girls. Talking to her feels more like talking to a guy than a woman. Her saying she prefers male company doesn't help to dispel that notion either. Wait, Miki gives off a different vibe from the other girls. Talking to her feels more like talking to a guy than her saying she prefers male company doesn't help to dispel that notion. Okay. Well, me personally, I prefer the company of girls also more than the company of other males. I don't know, I just get better along with girls, but there's one problem with that. I'm mostly way too shy to get into the conversation, so it's pretty rarely, but when I get into a group of girls, that sounds so wrong, but if I somehow get into a group, then I really open up. Okay, never mind that, let's get on with this. Glancing at my watch shows that lunch break is ending in only a few minutes. Time to start heading back to class. Lunch is about to end. Want to head back? Yeah, we'd better. I let her sound like a guy. Is that offensive? I pick myself up off the grass and dust myself off, offering a hand to Miki to help her up as well. She takes it and easily pulls herself up, showing the muscles moving in her toned bare arms in the process. Come to think of it, why aren't you wearing the normal girl's blouse? Oh! It's too hot and constricting. The boy's uniform is better anyway. Oh, Wong. She throws her arms around a bit to emphasize her point, which has the side effect of showing off one particular part of her body that would be especially constricted by the blouse. What, did she do one of this? You like what you see? Well, you can't really see it on me, but if I would be a girl, oh man, I would have the greatest bust. Okay, the two of us start the walk back to the main building through the gardens, talking as we go. It sounds like you're settling in well. That's a relief. It was pretty surprising to get a transfer student at this point in the year, considering the exams are coming up. Don't remind me. Don't worry about them. Just cram it and you'll be fine. That doesn't sound like good advice. She claps my shoulder a couple of times as she grins. I don't think she takes school very seriously. You seem like a smart guy, and Muto's taken to you well already. You're like a hand in a glove. Now to work out whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I still don't know what to make of this school. I've been here a few weeks already, but I still feel dazed at times. You get used to it. Just give it some time. It's only a high school, just like any other. She makes it sound so simple, but I've never thought about it that way. To me, Yamaku symbolized a marked shift in my life. I was no longer normal. I was different, and was to be educated with other different people. I mean, every people is different in their own way. And being different is most of the time a good way, because you have more you most likely have a bigger personality than most people and their stereotypical behavior. And yet, I'm walking back to class and talking casually with a classmate during lunch, after watching some other people play soccer game. All perfectly normal. Maybe she has a point. Yes, she has. Maybe I should just look at Hanako in the same way. Everyone has their own issues. This is hardly something unique to Yamaku. After all, it's only a high school, just like any other. As we continue to talk, I find myself smiling. Miki and I are very different people in almost every way, but it feels good to have gotten to know another classmate a bit better. I found it also really surprising to have the opportunity to talk to her. This is quite interesting, to say the least. A light breeze blows the scent of early summer around my head while I wait for Lily. Small white clouds litter the sky, breaking up the monotony of the blue. Iso, are you here? Lily's voice lilts on the breeze as if they were one and the same thing. I stop gazing into the sky to examine Lily. Nice outfit! Really nice outfit. With a peach off-the-shoulder sweater and 10 ankle-length skirt, in addition to 10 sandals, she is quite a nice sight. Oh, hiccups. Yeah, I'm over here, Lily, near the gate. Were you able to sneak away from Hanako? Yes, it's uncommon for me to go out during weekends, so I don't think she noticed anything suspicious. Oh, the birthday! That, and she has someone she sees. Huh? Lily purses her lips as if she maybe shouldn't have continued. I find it a little hard to believe. Hanako seeing someone? Really? Why is there always this guy coming out of nowhere? This was the same thing with Amy. In Amy's tribe there was also... Oh, there's the sports captain who's close with Amy. And I immediately thought, damn it, a rival is coming up. No, it's just... She sees therapist every so often on weekends. Oh, okay. I was worked up for no reason at all. Oh well, that does make a lot of sense. Lily wraps her arm uncomfortably, and after one look at her troubled expression, I quickly move to change the topic away from Hanako. Huh. Yes? I was just wondering, you can get around the city on your own? Lily sighs at my consternation surrounding the topics of her blindness. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I can, yes. It's easier when I'm out with a friend or my sister, though. I wonder how Lily gets along with her sister. Being an only child, it's hard to imagine what having a sibling would be like, so it makes me a little envious of her. Well, I have a sibling and we don't really get along that well, so it depends on how good you get along. Sometimes your personalities are just too far apart that you just can't get along at some point anymore. Right, well then, the bus arrives in a few minutes, so we should probably get a move on. Indeed, it's a long wait if we miss this one. With that, we set off for the bus stop on the hill. It's only a small distance from the school gate, so it's very convenient. It's a nice view from here, coming from the city. Never really got to see scenery like this, let alone on a daily basis. Yeah, great. I know you tried to do small talk, but you just told a blind person that there's a really incredible view. And I think you will feel horrible about it. That in 3, 2, 1. Or maybe not. This area is nice for me as well. It's tranquil and away from the noises and smells of the city. Lily's head perks up in a trademark gesture of hers, signifying that she's caught a sound. Oh, here comes the bus. I look down the road to see the bus trundling up the hill. Her hearing's quite a useful tool. The bus only takes a short while to reach the bus stop, forcing its way up the road, and within a minute we are on our way to the city. I think it's really hard to sneak up on her for any reason. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna leave this episode right here. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Maybe post me a commentary on what you thought about it. And I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.